A very good afternoon to all. Let's discuss about complaints part 2 in the unit 4. Under complaints, in the last class we have discussed about what are the complaints and how it is evaluated. Now we are going to discuss about handling of complaints and handling of return goods. How complaints are handled and how return goods are handled in pharmaceutical industries. So we are going to discuss as part 2 of complaints, handling of complaints and handling of return goods here. Hence the content of today's discussion is handling of complaints and handling of return goods. Now let's discuss about handling of complaints. In that, what are the steps involved in handling of complaints? There are 4 steps. Step 1 is receiving complaints. Step 2 is technical investigation. Step 3 is corrective action and feedback to customers. And step 4 is monthly reports and trend analysis. So what are the steps to handle complaints? There are 4 steps. Receiving complaints. Firstly, receiving complaints. Then investigating technically on the complaints. Then taking corrective action and sending feedbacks to customers. And then making monthly reports and trend analysis. This all includes in the handling of complaints. Here is the scheme for handling of complaints. It comprises of all 4 steps of handling of complaints. The step 1 is receiving complaints, where customer complains on the product to the company's contact person and it is carried to the QA complaint officer. Then he starts investigation whether the complaint is documentation based or laboratory analysis, and then the QA complaint officer makes a technical investigation on complaint, whether it is confirmed complaints, non-confirmed complaints or counterfeit or tamper suspicion. Then the QA complaint officer will take corrective actions and sending feedback to customers, and he sends feedback to the customer regarding the complaint. Once the complaint is confirmed or non-confirmed, whatever the reports are analyzed through technical investigation and corrective actions, the report is made monthly and then trend analysis is carried on the confirmed complaints. Then the report is delivered to QA, QC departments, then production management, marketing, finance, human resources, regulatory and legal affairs. So these are the steps involved in handling of a complaint. It comprises of all 4 steps: receiving complaints, technical investigation, corrective actions and feedback to customers, then monthly reports and trend analysis. Next, moving on to handling of return goods. Here goods represents drug substances or drug products returned from the distributor or customer. Main objective of handling of return goods is to lay down procedure for handling of return goods from distributors or customers. What is the objective of handling of return goods? To lay down procedure for handling of return goods from distributors or customers. Let's see what is the scope of handling of return goods. The procedure to identify, to hold, to disposition return drug products or drug substances from distributors or customers. The scope is to identify, to hold, to disposition return drug products or drug substances from distributors or customers. Let's see who will take the responsibilities in handling of written goods. QC QA department, marketing department, warehouse and production departments. Who will take QC and QA departments, marketing and warehouse departments and production departments. What is the procedure involved in handling of written goods? Any material or goods, finished products and or intermediates written from the market shall be stored in a separate area dedicated for storage of written goods. Next, record all the details in written goods record as per the Annexure 2. Then inform the Quality Assurance Department for evaluation of the written goods. The Quality Assurance Chemist shall evaluate the written goods for the following. First, check the Certificate of Analysis, that is COA, and other documents with the written consignment. Then condition of the packaging, carton and container are checked. Then labeling details are checked for the written goods by QA chemist. Who will check? QA chemist. The procedure is continued here also. If the written materials has exceeded the labeled expiry period or the condition of the packaging, carton, container and storage condition of the material before returning or shipping are doubtful, then destroy the material as per the SOP number for controlled sample destruction. If none of the above condition is apparent, then sample the material as per the SOP number for sampling of the finished goods. Next, analyze the sample as per the current approved product specification. If the product meets appropriate product specification, then the written material or product may be considered for reprocessing as per the SOP for reprocessing, provided the subsequent product meets the product specification. Next, in case the sample fails to meet the product specification, destroy the material or product as per the SOP for destruction and initiate failure investigation. At last, identify batches manufactured during the same period and extend the investigation to these batches also. Now coming to forms involved in handling of written goods. The first form represents annexures. Here Annexure 1 and 2 is given. Annexure 1 is for flowchart of handling of written material or product with the number mentioned, and Annexure 2 is for written material or product record. Next form is for abbreviations: SOP, QA, COA and FG. What it represents: Standard Operating Procedure, SOP, QA is Quality Assurance, COA is Certificate of Analysis, FG is Finished Good. The next form is for distribution. Master copy is distributed to Head QA department, and controlled office copy number 1 is distributed to Head QA department. Coming to the flowchart for handling of written material or product as per Annexure 1. Written material or product, warehouse manager document the detail in written goods register or file and inform the quality control. Then material, if it is expired or condition is doubtful, then destroy the material as per SOP. And sample and analyze as per the current product specification. Then sample meets product specification, investigate as per SOP, extend investigation to the other affected batches also. If it is not meeting the specification, then destroy the material as per standard operating procedures. finally may be reprocessed as per the SOP, provided the subsequent product must meet the appropriate product specification. This is the flow chart what we have discussed under procedure. The same is given here in the flow chart for handling of returned goods. And as per Annexure 2, written material or product record comprises of revision number, effective date, reason for revision, details of change, and authorized signature with date. With this, we have come to the end of today's class. Discussion on handling of complaints and handling of returned goods. In the next class, we will be discussing about part 3 of complaints. Thank you all for patient listening.